3. USA! USA! USA!
Hello, this is Rhadi Ferguson, 2004 Olympian and 4-time national judo champion. I am pleased and excited to announce that one of my clients, Taraji Williams-Murray, is now a 2-time Olympian. Taraji ended up winning the Olympic trials this weekend in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm still in Las Vegas right now at the joint USA Wrestling and USA Judo Olympic trials. Taraji had an excellent Pan Am championship tournament a couple of weeks prior that we had to peak for, so he can qualify the division. The division ended up being qualified, and now Taraji, after winning the Olympic trials and beating Nick Costa in the finals, is a 2008 Olympian. I am really pleased to say that I'm super proud of Taraji and his accomplishments. I'm super proud of the sacrifices that he made, and that he understood the sacrifices which were necessary in order to become a 2-time Olympian. His girlfriend, his mom, his dad, his brothers and sisters, they all sacrificed a great deal to make sure that he can be a 2008 Olympian. Oftentimes we say that the reason why we're able to stand above the crowd is because we are sitting on the shoulders of others, and those individuals are the shoulders which Taraji sat upon in order to uplift himself to the position that he is in today. I've talked with Taraji extensively. We had an opportunity to hug and exchange tears and emotions after he won. This was my first coaching experience of coaching an Olympian, and I must say it was more than a roller coaster ride. It was more of an investment than I bargained for, and it was more of a return than I expected. It was absolutely phenomenal. We tried to do the best that we could to catalog this experience, or some of the things of this experience, or what it takes, or what being an Olympian requires, implies, and demands from a coaching standpoint, and from an athletic standpoint, from a financial standpoint, from a familial standpoint, and we tried to put all of that Olympic experience, or the Olympic potpourri, if you will, inside of a video called Beyond the Rings. That is available for you to register for at beyondtherings.com. The video will be released very soon. So we're going to make sure we can get it in the hands of everyone, because we want people to see exactly what you need to do, or what's going to be required of you and your family members, of you financially, physically, effectively, cognitively, in order for you to become the top individual in your sport. But I'm really here to say that it was a pleasure working with Taraji. I had an absolutely phenomenal time working in cohort with 4-time Olympian Jimmy Pedro, and also with Arcadia Aronov, who also coached Taraji Williams-Murray. Arcadia coached Taraji all the way through the 2004 Olympics. He is more of his technical coach in terms of his throws and in terms of some of the movements that he does. And for some of you who have seen Taraji play, he has a very funky European judo style, which is hardcore and rapid and very fast. And then we have Jimmy Pedro, who came in on the kumikata technical side and the strategic side to help Taraji refine his game plan for high-level international play. And the capacity that I worked with Taraji in is I worked as a mentor and a strength and conditioning coach, his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coach, and a tactical and strategic advisor. I worked in conjunction with Jimmy Pedro a lot of meetings, a lot of phone calls, a lot of scouting reports being exchanged back and forth. It was absolutely a phenomenal experience. For those strength and conditioning coaches out there who do strength and conditioning, if you want to really get into high-level coaching, you got to make more of an investment. I know some coaches who just really believe that all you have to do is read some research and write some numbers down on a piece of paper and give somebody a workout and put the numbers in an Excel sheet and chart it and write. That, my friends, is garbage. And I'm telling you right now, from practical experience, I have coached some of the best, some of the most world-class athletes. I was consulting with some world-class athletes, and I'm telling you right now that you can't just be a strength and conditioning coach and say, If the athlete wins, you're like, yeah, we won. And if the athlete loses, you say, oh, I did my job, because you're trying to abdicate yourself of responsibility. And I know there are some coaches who do that. When the athlete wins, you win, and when the athlete loses, you lose too. And you got to look at it as if your job was not done, or there's something you could have done better. You need to create a constant feedback loop with what you're doing and what you've done. You have to take the good and wash, rinse, and repeat. You got to take the bad and you got to fix it. You know, we cover some of these things on BeyondTheRings.com. I certainly want to tell those individuals who are interested in partner playing for going by, who are interested in strength and conditioning, that it's not about the numbers. You know, it's not about necessarily weight loss. It's not about putting on and packing on muscle. It's not about hypertrophy. It's not about the force velocity curve. It's not about reading the new research by Fleck and Kramer and all these other tools and Dr. Stone. And it's not about that. I mean, that stuff is good to know. I mean, it's great to know. And I believe that there are people who should know it. Well, I can tell you right now, one of the best strength and conditioning coaches that I ever had, and I had a conversation with him this week, was Lloyd Irvin. And I tell you why. I lifted with Lloyd Irvin for nonstop for 2 years getting ready for the Olympics. And every time I walked to the dumbbell rack to grab a pair of dumbbells, Lloyd Irvin would grab 5 pounds heavier than what I grabbed. And every time I went to squat, he'd add another 5, 10 pounds on, because he knew that to achieve that particular title, the title of Olympian, that you got to do more than you thought you can do, and more than you ever fathomed in your mind that you can do. And you got to constantly push, and push. Within the context of knowing when to hold back, within the context of knowing how to periodize a weightlifting program, within all of that, you still got to push. You got to push, and you got to be willing to cry, scream, and bleed for your goal or for your desired end result. I just want to say to those who are strength and conditioning coaches out there that if you want to really make an impact in strength and conditioning, don't just invest in your education, invest in your clients and invest in your athletes. This is Rhadi Ferguson, 2004 Olympian, 4-time national judo champion, and certified strength and conditioning specialist, saying I thank you very much for your time. I thank you very much for your support. I thank you very much for supporting Taraji. Please stop by www.taraji.com and also www.thestrengthandconditioningking.com for great information, good stories, good laugh. You might even get upset by some of the stuff you read every now and then, but it will always be entertaining. Take care and have a great day. Go Taraji and go USA.
Three, USA! 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 Valerie Gote, Valerie. Ronda Rousey, Ronda. The men's team, Taraji Williams-Murray, Taraji.
Yeah!
Taylor Takada, Taylor. Ryan Reeser, Ryan. Travis Stevens, Travis. Brian Olsen, Brian. Adler Palmer, Adler. And Daniel McCormick, Daniel. Our coaching staff to join in the team: Jason Morris, head coach. Israel Hernandez. Eddie Liddy. Humberto Lopez and Leo White.